Hi, welcome back to my channel, and this is a sound off on the Real Housewives of Potomac. Okay, so they open up with this scene of Robin going to try on wedding gowns, and she has Ashley and Giselle meeting her there so that they can help her pick out a dress, and it's just like, you picked the two people with the worst sense of style. Okay, Robin. So Ashley has to fill Giselle in because apparently Giselle likes to go to bed at 8 o'clock, so she misses everything. And Ashley's letting her know, girl, there was some stuff going on between Wendy and Mia. And Giselle is just so lame. She's so corny to me. She's just all giddy and excited. Ooh, what? It was some licky licky. What was going on? And it was just like, Giselle, you're lame. I'm sorry, but this whole Mia was attracted to Wendy because there was some sexual tension. That's BS, and y'all know it. Like, it's not gonna work. Mia's issue with Wendy is not because she's attracted to Wendy. That's nonsense. This is a distraction to get away from looking like a violent idiot that she was, okay? This is to try to minimize the damage that Miami trip did. That's all this is. And I hate that Wendy's even giving Mia any of this, because this is stupid. Anyways, Ashley drops this bomb and then she leaves because she got something to do. I don't remember what it was. But Robin now sits down with Giselle, and she's filling her in on what she just heard. And then she's also saying, so about this bachelorette party, is there anybody that you don't want to go there? And it's like, of course not Karen. And she don't want Wendy. Wendy wasn't really genuine about wanting to be her friend because Wendy was chuckling when Karen was saying all that stuff about Juan. And I'm just like, Robin, you have really annoyed the hell out of me this season. Like, girl, I just don't know. Like, I don't know where we go from here. Like, I don't know where we go from here because it's like, you're mad that she chuckled. We're not gonna go through all of this again. All the stuff that you've done to Wendy, you're mad that Wendy chuckled. Girl, if you ain't want to invite her, just say, yeah, I ain't really feeling Wendy. I don't want Wendy there. But don't sit up there and say she's not genuine about being a friend to you. Shut up. You sound ridiculous. You sound dumb. We're not here for it. So Candace and Chris are at home and they're having a nice little lunch outside on the deck. And, she's running her schedule by him. This is coming up, the video's coming up, party's coming up. Girl, everything is, my girl is booked and busy. Okay, and she has to find time to celebrate all the beautiful things that are happening in her life. So they're setting up a party to show the video that she recorded for Insecure with Trina. And I'm real happy for her. I really am. Like, girl, just keep winning, okay? Keep winning on these hoes. Chris wants to know what happened in Mexico. Now, Chris, I don't know why you would want to know this because you already know it's about to be some mess. But anyway, she lets him know, there was some fighting going on with the aunties. Karen talking about some Juan wanted her. Juan is cheating and he messing with some chick from Georgetown. Just a lot of nonsense. And Chris is like, yeah, why not take down another husband? Chris, don't you sympathize with nobody. Don't sympathize with none of them. Maybe Eddie. But Juan didn't have your back. Okay? Juan said you needed to apologize to Grizzly. So you don't fight for nobody. That's y'all problem. Y'all always be trying to be the decent ones. And they don't be decent to y'all. You let them figure out their issues. So anyways, Wendy and Karen, they catch up for lunch. And Wendy got some questions and Karen got some answers, okay? So Karen is letting it be known, I'm sitting on this information about Juan for a while now. And then Wendy's like, yeah, so remember when we were at your wig shift party? Robin tried you and said, should you be worried about when you're drunk, whatever. Y'all saw what happened. And Karen clapped back and said, no, but you should be worried about what Juan says when he's drunk. And Karen was like, that's exactly it. That's exactly what I was talking about. And let me tell y'all something. I have mixed feelings about this Karen Juan situation. First of all, let me say this. I definitely think that what Karen is saying is 100% true. I definitely think that Juan made that little joke towards her. I definitely think he probably hugged her a little too tight and she probably felt it maybe. I think all that shit happened. Do I believe that Juan is lusting after Karen? That's the part I can't quite wrap my mind around. I can't accept that just yet. I can't accept that. I can't accept it. But all the other stuff, like the hugging, the joke, I believe that. I believe that. I believe that happened. But I also believe that Karen, she been sitting on this. Okay, Karen and Robin, it's a cold war been brewing between the two of them since the very beginning of this show. And so I feel like Karen knows she's dealing with Robin and just she know how to deal with them. So I feel like she been setting the stage for just in case you try me. I got this in my back pocket. And I don't know how I feel about that, because it's kind of like, Karen, you are a survivor. Robin is a survivor. I believe Katie and Ashley also said that they were survivors of SA. And so I don't know why y'all would play with this. I don't know why y'all would play with this type of storyline. Now with Karen's situation, I don't know. I don't like that y'all are playing around with this. Like, this is not for TV. If he truly made you feel a way, like you said, you had to go and speak to your pastor and your husband, you should not come back and try to use this as ammo against Robin because you and Robin don't like each other. But at the same time, it's kind of like, that's what Giselle did to Candace and Chris. And I can't be mad at I can't be mad at Giselle and not look at Karen a little funny. And I feel like because Karen did this, it kind of takes away from what Giselle did. It kind of makes what Giselle did not as bad. Even though I think it's just as bad. I just don't like this storyline. Like, why we have to go there? Why do we have to go there? I just don't like it. Anyways, Ashley FaceTimes Karen and Wendy, and she brings up the fact that, Robin's Bachelorette party is coming up and there's a group chat, but I noticed that the two of you guys aren't a part of it. And so Wendy is a little bit in her feelings because she's like, I thought me and Robin made up. What's the big deal? And then Ashley's over there like, well, I think it's because you don't get along with Giselle. And Wendy's like, well, we've all been brides and we know that the guest list is based off of who's getting married. It's not based off of the people who are throwing the party for you. And I just feel like, Wendy, you didn't even need to say all of that. You didn't even need to say all of that. But I guess, you know what? Wendy, do what you got to do, girl. If you had to call out the bullshit, call out the bullshit. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're pressed to be their friends. I know it kind of appears that way, but it doesn't necessarily mean that. It just means you need to call it out because they will later on try to play with you. So I think Wendy's just thinking like she's building her case. She's laying the groundwork. She's using a different type of logic, but it's Wendy. Wendy is in this position, not us. As much as we don't like to see Wendy being a pick-me to these heifers on this show, Wendy's moving the way that Wendy has to move. She's the one playing the game, not us. So we just got to take it for what it is. I really wish Wendy was like, girl, bye. Let me go hang. Like, do you know the type? Wendy is an African woman in the DMV. Do you know the amount of parties, African parties that are happening? Ain't nobody pressed because they can't come to your bachelorette party. Robin, you tried it. Anyway, Wendy has bigger and better things to do. This is she's a political commentator, okay? Miss Wendy, not Miss Wendy, Dr. Wendy, she got real things to be doing. She's not over there playing with Charlamagne on no podcast. She's over here being featured on CNN and all the major news networks. She don't care nothing about your little stupid bachelorette party. The way I really don't care about the scene with Giselle going over to Mia's house, I don't care about this scene. I don't care about what they're talking about. Next. Anyway, y'all, it's the day of Robin's bachelorette party. They got the party bus ready to take them to the steak and lobster joint. And Ashley and Mia are twins. They both have on the same snakeskin bodysuit. And Ashley was like, damn, we must be two former hoes. I'm not gonna go there. However, if I had to say who wore it best, I would say Mia. I think I like Mia's because she had the hair flowing, it looked cute. Ashley, if you wanted to do a ponytail, that's not the way to do it. But girl, nice try. I ain't mad at it. Anyways, Candace arrives, Charisse arrives, eventually Robin arrives, and Charisse is a little bit in her feelings because she feels as though she's known Robin the longest. She should be the one throwing and hosting the bachelorette party, not Mia, who she just met 2 minutes ago. And it was just like, did you offer to throw the party? You didn't. Did you offer to also be another co-host? Did you do that? I don't think you did. So girl, what is you bitching about? Charisse, this is the type of shit we don't like, girl. Anyways, Karen, she over there making money moves, candle moves, 4-week moves. She's not worried about missing Robin's bachelorette party. She says she's just writing checks and she's gonna be making profits. So what does she care? Meanwhile, back on the bus, Robin is bringing up Wendy. Now, you went through all the trouble of saying you don't want Wendy to come to your party because you don't feel like she's she's not genuine, she's not this. And she laughed when she laughed at some funny ass shit, bitch. She has the right to do that. But anyways, you don't want her at your party, but you're talking about her at your party. Robin, that's real loser behavior. Robin, the way you have really disappointed me this season, I just don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. They're talking about how Mia was kissing Wendy and she touched her vagina and this, that, and the third. And I don't know why these women think that this is entertaining to talk about on the show. It's like, y'all are supposed to be having fun. Why are y'all talking about Wendy who's not there? It's like, it really makes y'all feel good to pick out things that you think are going to embarrass Wendy or mess her up. And it's just like, y'all are corny. Anytime the season isn't seasoning, anytime the season gets a little bit dry, people want to throw out these wild ass stories about people's sex lives. And it's just like, it's not entertaining. It's actually real corny. It's really whack. Anyways, they're enjoying the strippers. They're enjoying their drinks and everything like that. And then Charisse gonna ask Ashley, Ashley, what's going on with Michael? Charisse, when they don't ask you back next year, girl, you don't know how to do stuff. You don't know how to do stuff right. Why would you? This lady is supposed to be going through a divorce, a separation. Everybody's having a good time. Why would you bring that up? Anyways, Ashley is choking on her words, stumbling, trying to find out what lies she want to tell. And she's saying, oh, well, you know, there's a lot of niceties. Like, pretty much she's trying to set up the scheme to let us know that, oh, well, Michael is acting nice to me and maybe we're going to put this whole separation on pause. That's what I feel like she was trying to say. But she just couldn't find the words because she wasn't expecting Charisse to ask her all of that. She wasn't expecting all of that. And so, have you been going out on dates, Ashley? No, not since Michael. Michael's not going out on dates, so I'm not going to go on dates. And Candace, before she could even think, she was like, girl, he was out at my man's restaurant with another bitch, and she wasn't cute. Now, Candace, you didn't have to do that. You did not have to tell her that, Candace, but I'm glad you did. I really don't give a fuck about Ashley and Candace becoming friends. I really don't care about them becoming friends. Like, I really don't care. Ashley was going to get you back anyways. Ashley, she's going to get you back for this. But she was going to do that anyways because that's just how she is. She's never trying to be your friend. So I'm not even mad that Candace threw that out there. Oh, well. Ashley did about like 6 or 7 things alone in this season to Candace. So if Candace gagged her a little bit, what a problem. I don't see a problem. So Robin, yet again, brings up another bitch who she did not want invited to her party. She brings up Karen. Why? Charisse, what do you think about Karen these days? You know, she wasn't a part of our group, but God, you didn't want her there. If you didn't want her there, why are y'all talking about her? Why are you using her as a topic of conversation at your bachelorette party? You didn't even want her to be there. That's weird behavior, and I don't like it. Charisse is queued up and ready to go. She can't wait to get off her chest this stuff about Karen, and it's just like, Charisse, you look ridiculous. I just don't like that she lies. Like, what is her issue with me? You done already told us a couple episodes ago that she was not even really your friend. So why are we still talking about this? She was never your friend. You were never her friend. You say she's fake, she's phony, you don't like her, she lies, she don't like you. Why are we still talking about this? Talking about I never aired out none of her shit. And then Giselle's like, which is very true. But then you commence to airing out what you claim is her shit. Girl, bye. Anyways, Charisse, I know you think you ate because you spilled Karen's alleged tea that she was doing all this work in the bathroom. I personally don't think that you ate. I feel like you made yourself look like a fool. Let's just say that that is Karen's issue. That Karen drinks so much that she's out here in these streets just acting a fool. Let's just say that's the truth, right? Why do you care? You just said she's not your friend. You don't like her. She's a liar. She's this, she's that, she's that. Why do you care? If this is what she is, why do you keep tabs on her? Why are people always calling you to tell you about Karen? To me, all you did was season Karen's sauce. All you did was show to the producers that they picked the right person. That they picked Karen over you and that was a good decision. All you did was make them see that there are some more layers to Karen. All you did was make yourself look like a fan. All you did was make yourself look like you're jealous and you're sad that both of you had the platform. She's still on it and they got rid of your ass after 2 seasons. You look bitter. I had a lot of respect for Charisse. I wanted Charisse to come back. And I definitely wanted her to mess with Karen. But when I say mess with Karen, it was like, girl, throw a nice event, invite the who's who in Potomac, and let the world see that Karen really isn't that girl that you are. You know, throw a nice little whatever, and maybe don't even invite Karen. You know, like, come on here and stunt on these girls. Come on here looking fabulous. Invite us to some real, some galas, some hospital charity events. Invite us to show us you are the grand dame. That's what I wanted Charisse to come back and do. Not sitting on here exposing that this woman is an alcoholic, that she's a sloppy drunk, that she goes around and she sleeps around and she's a loose woman. Girl, I don't know if you heard of Real Housewives of New York, but that's what the girls was doing on Real Housewives of New York, and we love that shit. Look, Ramona, Sonia, Luann, them were my girls, okay? We love a sloppy older lady that be out here enjoying life. Are you kidding me? The people love Sonia Morgan. So if you thought that doing this was gonna make people hate Karen, you flopped again. I'm sorry, I just really feel like Charisse, you looked foolish. You looked desperate. You looked thirsty. You look desperate. You look a mess. You thought that made Karen look bad, but it just made you look bad. It didn't make Karen look bad. What Charisse had to say about Karen said more about Charisse than it said about Karen. Anyways, they start talking about Blue Eyes again, and Charisse is just so pleased and proud of herself to be like, he's not a driver, he works at a hotel. Ray is the one that drives her around because she ain't got no license or whatever. And it's just kind of like, Charisse, you know what it is with Charisse? I don't know if y'all be on Twitter like I be on Twitter, but every so often, Candace will do something that someone doesn't like, and they'll say, bring back the bird. Bring the bird back so that she could drag Candace some more, right? And it's kind of like, people think it's funny, but it's like, if you really like the bird lady, these people that are saying to bring back the bird lady to come and fight Candace, they're reducing her to just being there to fight Candace. Like, she serves no other purpose but bring her back so that she can beat up Candace, so that Ashley and the other women don't get their hands dirty, right? And Charisse, that's what you are. You came back just to spill tea on Karen, to make Karen look bad so that Giselle and everybody else can keep their hands dirty. That's what they asked you to come back for. Your only purpose is to spill tea on Karen. You're supposed to be the grand dame, but the only reason they asked you to come back is so that you can expose Karen. Like, to me, that makes it look like Karen is up here and you're down here. You think they're ever going to ask anybody who's important about someone who's less important? They don't do stuff like that. Like, you really are pleased with yourself, but you look a mess. You look like a fool. You look ridiculous. You look ridiculous. Anyways, Mia wants clarity. She said, so y'all are saying that Karen is a prostitute? Candace and Charisse are like, no, where did you get that from? And she said, well, that's what I heard y'all say. I heard y'all say she's a prostitute and that she was there with the hotel and this, that, and the third. And then Giselle said, well, now you're just making shit up. And she said, yeah, I learned from you. Now, you know, I don't really be ever here with Mia, but I was here with Mia. Yes, bitch, you learned from her. I'm glad you said that to her, because that is very accurate. You learn from her, because that's what that bitch do. All she do is make up shit. Anyways, Grizzly is in the confessionals saying how everybody has heard this. This is not new information for anyone except maybe Mia. And so in Mia's confessionals, they're asking her, has she heard anything about Karen? And she's like, maybe. And she said that she had spoken to, what's his name? To her husband. She spoke to G, and G was like, you know, sometimes when the guy is too old and the wife is still young, you know, he will allow his wife to do what she needs to get done. And I feel like everybody has already come to that conclusion many, many moons ago. So, I don't know. I think all y'all did was secure Karen's season 8 position. She's going to be the first to get her champagne flute. Charisse, or will you be getting one, is the question. But yeah, that was the end of the episode, y'all. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.